All right, guys, Tony Maritato, licensed physical therapist here, and I want to talk to you about setting up your recovery room at home so that you have everything that you're going to need. I'm working on an article specifically related to the first week after your knee replacement surgery, and right now we're talking about what to do when you arrive home. So, assuming you have a recliner, and I realize not everybody does, so I'm going to record a separate video talking about positioning on a couch if you don't want to be in bed. But assuming you have a recliner for this video, let me show you a couple of things to consider. First, we want to have your pillows set up nice and close to the recliner. Usually there would be a side table here that would have water and various things, maybe your medication, whatever you might need. Because when you come home from the hospital, you're going to be groggy, you're going to be tired, you might have some nausea, so you want a bucket next to you in case you have to vomit. But basically you just want to rest, you want to recover, you want to spend some time horizontal, hopefully with the leg elevated above the level of your heart. Now, the recliner isn't the ideal scenario for that, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So when you get to the recliner, first off, whether it's a rocker like this one is or a static recliner, something you might consider is getting some blocks to place under the feet of the recliner to elevate the recliner. I'm 5'7". For me to come and get out of a recliner like this is still difficult, especially because of the rocker function. So if you're not feeling your best after surgery, having the recliner elevated just a little bit might be beneficial. So there are blocks being sold on Amazon that will raise the level of the recliner. I'll post an affiliate link in the description of this video down below. You can check them out. They're not very expensive. But basically what's going to happen is you're going to come to the recliner, you're going to turn around. Let's assume that it's my left leg that had the knee replacement. My left leg's going to be forward. I'm going to sit back. And now you're going to be pretty guarded, pretty restricted. You're not going to just want to let that knee drop. So what happens is I want to take my time sitting back into the recliner. Now this one in particular, watch what happens if I flip the lever on the side. It comes shooting out really fast. It's also really difficult to get it to lock back under place. I actually have to lean to the front of it and kick it in. So these are factors you want to be aware of, obviously, before you come home after surgery. So if it's a brand new recliner, maybe your family is trying to surprise you and want that to be really helpful, that's awesome. Just be aware that there are some kind of weird things that could happen with these devices, and you want to be sure you fully understand what needs to be done. So once I get here, I sit, my surgical leg is forward, my other leg is back. I'm going to use my non-surgical leg to control the ascent of the leg rest. Now, at this point, many patients will see this and think this is elevation. This is what I need to do to reduce the swelling, but it's really not. This might also not be a very comfortable position. So if your surgeon specifically wants you spending time in full extension, what we're going to need to do is get some pillows. You can first try just the straight pillow. That's still not enough because of the angle from the footrest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to place it down by the ankle. And now what's happening is underneath the knee, I'm not supported by the cushion of the recliner. The heel is lifted, the leg is supported. It's going to put you into extension. If this becomes too uncomfortable, you can either slide that pillow closer where I start to get a little flexion, or I can grab a second pillow and kind of turn it parallel with the leg. So now I've got as close to a straight leg as possible, but I've got full support from the thigh down to the ankle. This is usually the preferred position while in a recliner. The non-surgical leg is down, the surgical leg is up. I'm still not high enough to reduce swelling, but this is certainly better. Some recliners will go back either a zero gravity or flat at least. Now we're getting pretty close. In an ideal world, if it was tolerated, I would try to get that leg so that my hip is about 45 degrees of flexion. This would provide enough assistance from gravity to bring the fluid back down into the system to prevent the lower extremity from getting significant swelling and edema into the tissue. But at least in the beginning, I've got a pillow folded at my heel with a second pillow running parallel with the leg on top. I might spend, an hour to 90 minutes in this position, try to rest, try to recover, work on my breathing. If the hospital gave you one of those inspirometers, you can use that every hour or two, just kind of keep the lungs healthy. And then when you're ready to get out of this position, typically what's going to happen is you're going to slide the pillows out. You're going to grab onto the front of the recliner, use your non-surgical leg to bring the leg rest down. Come forward so that that leg is in a comfortable position. And from here, I haven't locked it yet. This is where I'm going to get up out of the recliner, make sure that it's locked, and then we're ready to progress on. If you're drinking enough water, you're going to have to go to the bathroom probably every 1.5 to 2 hours. That's perfect. That's going to get you out of the chair, get you moving a little bit. The first week really is about recovering from the surgery. If you haven't watched the surgery already, it's a pretty traumatic procedure. There's a lot of banging and pulling and cutting and pushing. So there's going to be a lot of soreness and discomfort just from the surgery itself. Give your body the time to recover. But as you're doing that, build confidence in the leg. That's the main thing that we do at physical therapy during the first week. We build confidence, we make sure the incision is healing well, we make sure there's no signs of infection or blood clot, and we support you so that you know that you're doing the right things. Guys, on the next video, we'll address weeks 2, 3, and 4, but for now, I wish you the best and I'll catch you on the next video.